Hello and welcome to a Hearth Home Spotlight. The devs released today, and they say that Valheim may be becoming Meatier. Meatier. And I agree. Let's check it out. So today they're continuing to talk about the food system and how things have changed or are going to change. A big part that they give us information on is how raw meat is changing. Now there are going to be 3 different variants of raw meat, and these come from 3 different animals. So let's look at them one by one. First, deer meat is going to be giving us ribs. They call it cooked deer meat, but let's face it, that looks like ribs. And it's interesting to look at how they're changing some of the stats on these things. The weight for everything is 5, but for cooked deer meat, you get a health of 35, stamina 7, duration of 20 minutes, and healing of 2 health points per tick. So that's going into how they're changing the way that stats are set up for you, depending on what you eat. The next thing is the wolf leg. So cooked wolf meat gives you health of 45, stamina 9, duration 20 minutes, and healing 3 health point ticks. Third is boar meat. So with cooked boar meat, you get health of 30, stamina 20, duration 20 minutes, and healing 2 health point ticks. You can kind of see here how the harder it is to get the resource, the higher the stats are for that, because getting wolf meat is much more dangerous than getting boar meat, but hunting a deer takes more time than farming a boar, so that totally makes sense. Another thing is, notice on the cooked items icon that there's a little red fork. And this goes right in line with what Iron Gage said before, that food will be split up into 3 different categories. So it's going to be indicated by a red fork, gives you more health than stamina. Yellow, more stamina than health. And white is roughly equal. So combining how they're showing what each food affects more with showing the health and the food bar icons beside the health bar, with how long they each last, it's supposed to help us more in effectively planning out what to eat based on what it is we're doing at that time, farming versus battling. Now we're going to have plantable onions to allow for way more recipes, and all I got to say is yum. I love onions. I like it. Here they're showing more foods on the tables. We know from previous information that in addition to these meats, there's also going to be at least new foods of black soup, boar jerky, wolf jerky, ice cream. Hopefully that's something to do with all those eyes that I have in storage. And chocolate smoothies. It also looks like there's kebabs on the table, which would be a good use for all those mushrooms and onions. And that's definitely a bowl of onion soup over there on the side. Now look at all the upgrades for the cooking extensions. I love it. More building parts. We see a butcher's table, a spice rack that's drying herbs. It looks to me like on there's dandelions, maybe carrot plants, thistle, and what are those little things? Is that acorns? I love the pot rack showing the dishes and pots and pans. Yay! No more pretending that the forge tools are for the kitchen. Now bread and pie are going to be baked in the oven. Thank goodness. I always wondered how we got dry loaves from a boiling cauldron. That didn't make sense. I think it's really awesome to get all these new food items, but devs, seriously, help us out here with our inventory storage. We want to be able to carry all these different cool things around. Maybe we could put our armor in a separate inventory or something. That would be really helpful. And look at this oven. We had a sneak peek at this earlier, and it looks really cool. I love it. I love that it opens. I love that you can build it into your wall and the chimney is automatically outside. What do you guys think? What do you think about this oven? I'm guessing we're going to have to add wood to it. I can think of a lot of different ways to use this in building. I wonder too if it would provide fire for sleeping. Let me know what you think down below. Okay. Now here's the kicker. Are you ready for it? Check this out.
If you're no longer happy with what you've eaten, you can now also have a quick snack of Buke berries, and you'll soon be ready to eat something new. Just make sure your friends aren't standing too close.
Buke berries. Buke berries. Make sure your friends aren't too close. Oh my gosh, I laughed so much when I first saw this. Iron Gate definitely has a sense of humor. Good for them. That's awesome. Plus, it's a great skill to have, you know. You're farming and you get attacked, just throw up what you're eating and down some fighting food, and you're good to go. So, next time we're going to be hearing about weapons. I can't wait for September 16th. In the meantime, check out one of these. And happy gaming!